How's it going, everyone? It's the Gaming Bishop here, and for today's video I thought I'll do features you may not know existed within Grand Theft Auto. So with this video I'll be showing you 4 things that you may not know can be done within the game. Hopefully everyone who watches the video will at least go away with one new thing they've learned, or maybe a reminder of what they've forgotten over the time during this game's release. So to start off, it's regarding selling vehicles. Now normally if you come across one of these 2 vehicles and select through Los Santos Customs, you get 9 or 9.5 grand. However, there are some rare vehicles that do spawn in, these 2 being ideal examples. They're both Sentinel XS's. I haven't touched them at all. These cars generally spawn in modified with these particular paint jobs. Now these are, as I mentioned, rare spawns. However, there is a little trick to make them come in more often within free roam. So to do this, you'll need to come to this location within the city. For this to work, you need to be in this area from midnight to 4 o'clock in the morning. And there is a certain route you have to travel along for them to spawn in. So as you can see, I'm marking out the route you need to take. Around this area here, you need to pull over for about 4 to 5 seconds before moving to this junction, and hopefully one of these cars do spawn in. So what I'm going to do now is move into some in-game footage. So here I am in my rat loader pickup, doing halfway through the route, and this is the part where you need to pull over, just right by this lamppost here. As I mentioned, it's about 4 to 5 second wait. From here, just carry on moving straight ahead to the next junction, and what should hopefully happen is you get one of these rare cars spawning, and now as you can see, there's one right there. Luckily, with other vehicles that are about, with the paint jobs, they come in, they do stand out like a sore thumb. And what I tend to do is take them to a garage nearby, so I can do this process a number of times within the 4-hour window. As I do now, I'm going to do the full route for you in the vehicle I just nicked, and as you'll see, I managed to make another car spawning within that 4-hour period. As I mentioned, these are a great way to make some quick money very easily. And as I mentioned again, this is the key. This lamppost, you'll need to just pull by here. It has to be roughly around this spot. It can be a little bit further back, as you saw in the previous clip. But as I mentioned, 4 to 5 seconds, carry on to the next junction, and then hopefully another vehicle spawns in. While trying to get this footage, I think I did 4, maybe 5 loops of the route I did, and I managed to get 2 vehicles to spawn in. And what I'm going to show you now is when you take these vehicles to a custom shop to be sold, how much they sell for. So to start off, we'll go for the car that I'm using now. The clip's about to load in. And as I mentioned, if these come in without a scratch on them, you can get quite a lot of money for them. So for this version of it, when you get it and sell it, you're going to get about $14,000. What's a lot more than you would normally get. And what I'm going to do now is load in the second version of it, which is just coming up, and this one is the rarer version. I think for this one it's about $16,000. So you know, for 4 minutes within game time with that window, you can get yourself quite a lot of money with very little effort. So for the next trick, this is something what can fool your friends and get some great underwater shots. What this trick is to go underwater without actually using any oxygen up. So what you'll need is one of your own vehicles, open the hood and shoot it off. From here, ideally you need to be at a spot where there is a slope going into the water, so that's why I picked this area at the moment. And you're going to want to shoot your hood into the water. Now for this to work, as it's just about to slide to the bottom, you want to make sure you're standing on the hood, as I'm about to do this for you. I think I did this on the second attempt because sometimes it can be a little bit fiddly. But as you can see, I'm still standing on the hood and I'm now sliding to the bottom of the water area. Once you stop sliding, you're able to tell by your minimap when you stop moving. You can see what looks like underwater by switching to first person view. And as you can see, I've still got my pistol equipped in my hand, and I'm stuck to the bottom of the bonnet, or hood as you want to put it. And while you're underwater, you can still fire your weapons. What you'll see me do now is just flick through a number of weapons and shoot underground. What I wouldn't recommend is using something like your grenade launcher, explosives and your RPG. For some reason you use them, all you're going to do is blow yourself up. But you can still fire your weapons, as I mentioned. You can still go into your smartphone and use your Snapmatic, take some underwater pictures. And it's a great way just to play a prank on your friend if they jump in and they just see you there with a weapon pointing towards their face. What I will state though is as soon as you move off the hood of the vehicle, as you can see, the oxygen does pop up, and you better be careful, otherwise you're going to drown and die within the game. I thought it would be just a great one to show you. Next up is to get one of the rarer melee weapons, which is a crowbar. Now, a normal way would be just going to a certain type of death matches, but what you can do is use this mission, Judging the Jury. It's one of Martin's missions. I think you have to be level 65. Once you've activated the mission, you want to go to this point here. This is one of the targets you do have to take out. Now, the key to this, to get the crowbar, is to walk into them and to pick a fight. What you'll see here is this is the target. I'm just knocking into him, and then hey presto, he's brought a crowbar out and he's now trying to attack me with it. If you just quickly take this guy out, what you will find is he drops the crowbar, and that is a weapon what can be picked up. Now, you don't have to complete the mission. Once you've picked up the crowbar, you can quit the mission and you'll still be in your inventory. It's just a quick way to get quite a rare weapon. So the final thing I'll be showing you in this video is quite an old one. I forgot about myself for quite a while until recently, and I thought I'll feature it in this video. And that is how to rappel out of a hovering helicopter. So for this you need three things. Firstly, use the Merryweather service and select the helicopter pickup. I think it costs about $1,000, not too much. Once the helicopter touches down, you'll want to enter it via one of the side entrances at the back of the helicopter. If you try and go in the co-pilot seat, this won't work and you would have wasted $1,000 for nothing. The final bit you'll need to do is actually use a high level building. Now, this could be anything from the Maze Bank building, the FIB building, the IAA, or in this one I'm showing you, even Eclipse Towers. That's tall enough for this trick to work. So what will need to happen is you'll need to make your way to the required building, what you're going to do this trick on, and then you'd have to wait for the pilot to stop and go into a hover position. This is something what will be great for any of you Rockstar editor gamers out there, or if you're just trying to do a YouTube action video, this is what will be quite a good touch. So as I mentioned, once the helicopter is in its holding pattern and you select stop with the required button, you'll get an option to press and hold square on the PS4 and it'll say rappel in brackets hold. And as you'll see here, it'll drop a rope out the side of the helicopter and away you go. You'll be rappelling down to the building below. That's everything I'm going to show you in this video. If you have learned something, then the video has done what it was aimed. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like videos such as this, leave a comment below and I'll try and find some more extra things what you may not know within the game. Until next time guys, bye for now.